Bye-bye, hotel room. You've been good to us. One last moment for the wallpaper of ride vehicles that are so magical. One last view of the outside, or like the inside of our hotel, but you know what I mean. Alright. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday in Tokyo. We are at Tokyo Disney Sea. We just brought our luggage over from the hotel, and we are in the luggage storage area. I only had a big bill on me, so we were able to go over to the monorail station and get changed. It was super nice. And then they have change stations here where they'll actually give you coins. And then we put our luggage into these two lockers. It was 800 yen, so we just put the coins in, 8 of them, and then close it, and then the key comes right out, and they're locked. We tried to put it in these two, and it was so close to fitting because it's the same cost. 800 yen for this one, and then 800 yen for that one, so we were like, okay, we won't have to pay it twice, but our luggage were just slightly too big to both fit in there, but it's okay. We only have to do it like once or twice this trip. So now to Disney Sea we go. Sushi triangle time.
Rice cake you got?
So normally I've been getting the, it's kind of dark, but normally I've been getting the, what was it, grilled salmon? I think
grilled
it's
salmon.
Grilled salmon. But he's trying it today. Today I'm getting the tuna with mayonnaise, so let's try. Takes a couple bites to get to the meat.
The grilled salmon one's really good.
Okay, so we are waiting outside of Tokyo Disney Sea this morning, and I was just looking up information on the JR Rail Pass, which is basically from Tokyo Disney Sea. When we're all done with our fun, we are going to go to the Disney Resort line, which is their monorail, have that take us to Disneyland, which is where Maihama Station is. And then we will, at Maihama Station, book a rail pass for book a rail pass to take us to Tokyo Station. And then from Tokyo Station, we will buy the JR Rail Pass, which just basically means Japanese rail system. And then, yeah, and then that'll take us to Shimbashi, I think is what it's called, which is where our next hotel is. But in the meantime, while we're sitting here waiting for security to let us in, I wanted to share with you guys some of the Japanese words that we have been using most frequently during our trip. So, I give all credit to Robert for all of his research and teaching me his words. So, what would you say our most used words are? Definitely.
It's definitely arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu, which is thank you very much. We've used that one a lot.
Arigato is just thank you.
Yeah, just thank you. I would also say konnichiwa and Ohio, which we haven't said a ton.
Yeah, typically it's just been konnichiwa. So Ohio is good morning, which typically when you're greeting someone, you would say Ohio, but people have just been saying konnichiwa, so.
Yeah. And then sayonara, which is just like goodbye. I've also been saying sumimasen a lot, which is excuse me.
Yeah, or I'm sorry.
Or I'm sorry. That one I've been using a lot.
Yeah, I think there was one girl that like bumped into Adriana and she said sumimasen, and Adriana's like, I get it now.
I was like, I've been saying
that is the right word.
And then Robert was just teaching me some more words. So Robert.
Yeah. So I'm real big on manners. I think that's like one of the most important things to me. So I had to make sure that if I was going to be in Japan, I would have manners at least, even if I couldn't speak the other languages, because I think people should be thanked and be nice to. So I learned, for example, like I wanted to wish other people to have a good day. And if you want to say to someone, have a nice day, you would say, Yoi Jinichio. Yoi Jinichio is have a nice day, Japanese. I wanted to say I love it. If like someone did something really nice to me and I really liked it, I wanted to say I love it, which I believe is Watashi wa sure ga daisuki desu. And that's the thing, is like it's either words or phrases. It's not like I know watashi wa is I, but you know, I don't know what sure ga or daisuki desu means alone. And then I learned, well, I guess I tried to teach Adriana this word, which is please, which, you know, very big word I want to use a lot. But if you look at the word for please in Japanese, it's such a mouthful. So if you can just see the top.
Too close.
No, oh, I thought I was getting it. Now it's like my phone's direct. There we go. So the top part is please. And then you have the bottom part, which if you read out all the characters is Deka ona gai shimasu. So yeah, so it'd be Doka ona gai shimasu. Sorry, I said Deka. Doka ona gai shimasu means please. Doka ona gai shimasu. So
Doka ona gai shimasu.
Which I did learn a lot of hiragana stuff before this, and then there was like one character that I never learned that I don't think is hiragana. It's probably some other thing they just throw into writing, and yeah. I also have a few fun words here and there, but those have really been like the essentials.
I think that's good for our Japanese lesson for today.
Oh, and then,
maybe we'll do a part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, and then 1, 2, and 3 is ichi, ni, and san.
Oh, that's one word we've been using a lot. We've been using ni a lot.
Because when they ask how many we want on a ride, we say ni.
Right, like how many people are in our party, you can say ni. But yeah, thank you for joining Japanese with Robert.
Arigatou gozaimasu. From that's from California Adventure, Walt and Mickey.
Oh, run here, run! Gotta get those shots, you know? If you haven't heard me say it enough, I love it here. Alright, so we raced into the parks, but we didn't race actually. We went straight to the back, so we went to go straight to Indiana and Raging Spirits. We did walk through Mermaid Lagoon and I don't remember what they called it, but I'm gonna call it Agrabah. I know it's not called Agrabah, but we're gonna call it Agrabah. And we got some pictures in there because it was empty. So we got beautiful pictures, and now we're about to hop on Raging Spirits that has no line because everybody is sailing and race to Soren. We're literally walking on to Raging Spirits, and we took our sweet time getting back here too. So I guess knock these out first because everybody goes to Soren first. I'm so excited!
I didn't really think we'd be starting our first ride of the day with a roller coaster, but this thing looks so huge.
Robert just told me. Robert and I have shared everything we have consumed this whole trip. Oh, that's awesome. Hold on. We need a picture there.
The one that set the staircase on fire. You're like, all in a hard day's work of carnage.
Okay, so what I was gonna say was we saw something, we want to take a picture, but this whole time Robert and I have shared everything we've eaten. Like everything we showed you guys that we've eaten, which was a lot, we've shared everything, which has actually been really cost effective because we really haven't spent that much money on food because we haven't really done like full meals. We've just been trying things along the way and we've shared everything we've tried. Well, today Sir Robert Gunn said, I hope you know that everything I want to retry, I want my own.
Yes.
So
Don't get me wrong. If she wants a bite, I can get her own, and if she doesn't finish it, then I'll just eat it all too. I'll eat it all. Wow. This looks like one of the most blandest foods I've ever seen in my whole life, but they're delicious.
that looks huge from here. Huge. Mind you, it is huge, but wow.
Like, that's so cool, because typically whenever there's like ancient temples or whatever, it's always like just yellow and brown. But this one adds like so much color to it.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is literally dripping at the mouth and it falls to the pool below where the skeletons are, which you can't really see, but then you can also see the hole at the top. You guys, we did a thing. We've got Shelly May and Duffy. Because they were friends and they couldn't be separated.
You know what the worst part is I asked Adriana, what shelf did you get your Shelly May from? Because I wanted to make sure that when I got my Duffy, it was the Duffy that was sitting next to hers.
That's so sweet, honey.
Because they're friends and I didn't want to separate them. I wanted a Duffy, but I wanted to make sure it was that one's.
Wait, why are you being like that? It's cute. We're suckers, and I can't wait to put them in our bedroom. Because they're so cute and cozy. How could you not want it? And then after like reading the story of Minnie making Shelly May to be a friend for Duffy, I'm like, how could I not? How could I not? This is the theater where they normally have the My Friend Duffy show, but I guess they're not doing it right now and it makes me really sad because I really want to watch it, but I guess I can always watch it online. So we just got into this other store that's towards the front of the park, and it has similar tile to what there was in the Mermaid Lagoon, but this one has like Mickey and friends as the characters in the tile, as opposed to Little Mermaid. Well, on top of everything that they do amazingly here is window displays. Okay, in the clouds, in this display, you've got Ariel and Flounder hidden, Pinocchio hidden, not so hidden Mickey Mouse, but
it looks cool.
Then you also have Aladdin and Jasmine over here, and then back there you have the genie sleigh with the lake. Guys, they do window displays so much better. Time to enter the Magic Lamp Theater. So we watched the Magic Lamp Show, or I don't know if it's called the Magic Lamp Show, but the one in the Magic Lamp Theater, and it was fun. They do a really good job in the pre-show of giving you enough context so that if you don't understand the narration, you kind of can understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But Robert actually really hates this one specific thing.
No, there's a few things I don't like. So, in a 3D, or I should say 4D show, there's two things I don't ever want you to do to me. And that is touch my butt or back, or spray my ankles with some sort of air. Those just, it really unsettles me, and I can't handle it. So of course, what happens at the end of the show? But he gives you like a pat on the butt cheeks. And I didn't like it, I did not. And whatever they used to push was kind of hard too, so I was like, it kind of almost hurt me a little bit. I was like, I don't like this. That wasn't okay.
So, that's how Robert felt about the show, but the show itself was cool.
The show was cool. It's over there.
This is what makes part of the difference with the Tokyo parks, is they embrace entertainment and they just make the walk around characters, like, it's just so good, it's so happy, it's so fun. They're everywhere, they're not just in meet and greet locations, like, and right by the entrance of the park, like every time. So you literally come right in and are greeted by characters.
Oh gosh, they're jumping.
And it's so fun. Luggage. And now we're heading back. Well, actually we're heading to take a monorail, and it just started drizzling, so we couldn't have picked a better time.
No kidding.
Okay, so this is what the Tokyo Disney Sea Station looks like. Here are the kiosks. I was told they are cash or coin only, and I do have both of those, so that is good. But you can change the language, which is always so helpful. And they do have English, so we are going to use that. We are going to use a single ticket because we only want to go to Maihama Station. So that's what I'm about to do. Got our little tickets. And it's a pink one. Yes. We are going to JR Maihama Station, which is right outside of Tokyo Disneyland. So we are in McDonald's, and they have a shrimp fillet that Robert needs to try. They also sell macarons at the Kirby Cafe, which I know would make my sister's life. She loves macarons. I thought that was really interesting with the different things they have here. Here is our meal. The fries are so fresh. The courtyard.
I think it's funny how it's supposed to be like, it looks like it's themed to be like...
So when you take the monorail from Disney Sea to Maihama Station, which is also known as Resort Gateway Station, or Resort Gateway Station, it leaves you off in Ikspirari. And then if you go this way, you will find Maihama Station, which has a Starbucks. We are in Starbucks in Ikspirari. We actually stopped off at McDonald's first, and now we're here, and they have this thing called the Starbucks Cola, and Robert got it, so he's gonna try it. Can we talk about how cool that looks? I'm so sorry about the way the lights are. Okay, there we go. Can we talk about how cool that is? I just got a latte because I'm basic, but I'm excited to hear what Robert thinks about his cola. What'd you think? What's it taste like?
It tastes like a Slurpee, but with like, I think the whipped cream is like making it a little bit creamier. So it tastes like a Coke Slurpee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it actually tastes like Coke?
Mm-hmm.
He's absolutely right. It does taste like Coke. I wouldn't say it's for me, but it's not bad. It's good. Okay. Ikspirari is like a whole mall. I was not prepared for all that. Brulee glazed sounds so good.
Rice ball.
Robert, it's a sushi triangle.
No, it's not.
He hates that I call it a sushi triangle. Is it cheaper here than it was at the hotel?
I can't.
One of the things I wanted to do here was literally just go to a grocery store. And I'm living my best life. Because your dentist should always be a mermaid, right?
It turns out that Mermaid Lagoon never leaves.
Yeah, we're actually trapped in Mermaid Lagoon.
It just got bigger.
I guess if you go to Tokyo Disney, don't forget to go to the Disney store in Ikspirari because they have drastically different stuff. This is one heck of a theater. Feels like I'm in Las Vegas. I didn't realize that Ikspirari, the Resort Gateway Station, Maihama Station, and Disneyland Station are also close to each other. So I was a little bummed that I wasn't able to like see this part, but here we are. It was actually really easy to get to and super cool. They even have like a little Mickey passport down there. I'll show you in a second. So inside the Disneyland station, there is none other than a Disney store. I think we have officially been into every possible Disneyland Tokyo Disney store.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. Stands for Buena Vista.
Okay, Robert made a good point once again that this building, the shop, is Mickey's Luggage. That's the handle, and those are the locks.
Which is why his passport's over there too.
And which is why his passport is there. You are so smart. And here's Maihama Station. And this is where we are going to get our JR Rail Pass. Head over to Tokyo Station and then get to Shimbashi, which is where our hotel is. Okay, so the guy at the office said that you can only buy the JR Rail Pass at Tokyo Station, not Maihama Station, so we had to buy a one-way ticket to Tokyo Station, which was 230 yen, which is a little under $2, so not too bad per person. And now we are waiting for the train. After a little bit of confusion, we did in fact make it to Tokyo Station, and now we're in line to hopefully get our JR Rail Pass. We made it.
I'm like so nervous.
There we go. Here we are. The light in our
So cute.
back. Okay, everybody, we made it. Welcome to our room tour. So here's the front, our washer. Is this our dryer? What is this?
That is a trouser press.
Oh, cool. Okay, so this is our washer. I guess we just air drying things. But here's our room. Over here we have a sink and a little fridge.
I'm kind of
Robert is hogging the way, but I'm gonna go around him. We got a hot plate. We're gonna put our luggages there. We've got a table with 2 seats, a little dresser, TV.
You did show the mini fridge down here, right?
Yes, I did. And then here's our bed. We actually get to sleep together this time. No more I Love Lucy. They gave us 2 robes.
They also gave us little plates, coffee cups, and normal cups for water or coffee or tea or whatever.
Very cool.
And some cooking ware.
Nice. I don't see us cooking, but it's nice to know. Here's our bed. Here's the bathroom, which is actually quite nice. Yeah, it's cool. It's got nice little products. Nice shower. And then we also have this window with a beautiful view of these office buildings. I can literally see a guy working down there. But buildings over there and buildings over there. There's a street beneath us. And then we actually came walking from that direction. And we actually passed a bunch of restaurants on the way over, so that gives us something exciting to do tonight. And there's a 7-Eleven down there, which Robert has been dying to go to, a Japanese 7-Eleven. So that is exciting! Hello everybody, we are back. I look so exhausted. But we are back in our hotel room. It's about, what is it, 9 o'clock, you would say?
It's 8:54, so yeah, it's almost
so it's
9.
about 9 o'clock. We had our first on the town experience. I I don't think I realized just how much of the Disney bubble was protecting us. Not protecting us, but like sheltering us.
Yeah,
sheltering us from like full cultural immersion. And well, guys, we are here and it has happened.
We are the most immersed.
So we went out on the streets and we found some restaurants, and it was raining, and so we're just like walking through the streets in the rain, and there was a restaurant that I was trying to get us to that just looked good on my phone from maps. Then we couldn't find it, so it was raining and it was starting to get harder, so I just kind of like pulled us into this one restaurant that was close by and looked good. I don't even know if it looked good. It was just close by and it looked legit, you know? So we walked inside. The guy said, like, he could tell we were tourists. And so he was like, what are you looking to eat? And I'm like, anything. And he's like, well, we don't sell sushi here. And I'm like, that's fine. I wasn't looking for sushi. So he pulls us in. And it was that very moment where I went, oh no, what have I done? Because at Disney, like, the menus may have been in Japanese, but there was a lot of help for English speakers.
Everything had an English name, and you could pretty much say the English name of a food or a drink, and they'd go, oh, okay, like, I know what that is.
Right. And they also use, like, the English, like, numerical system, whereas at the restaurant we went to, everything was in Japanese and, like, katakana, and even like the numbers, I was like, I don't know what that says anymore. I don't know how much yen this is. So it was like kind of immediate panic. Thankfully we had Google Translate on our phones that was able to help us translate some of the things on the menu. And the guy was really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like just very
They were pretty
kind.
understanding, which was cool.
And he was trying to help. Everybody we've come across has just been so kind in trying to help that it makes me feel bad.
It was funny though, because there was another clearly American couple that was in the place with us, especially because I think the guy was wearing like a cowboy hat or something. I'm pretty sure. And then Adriana overheard him be like, how do you say beer in Japanese? Like,
so funny.
Very shamelessly, like, I'm just trying to stick to whatever Japanese words I know, and I'm very quiet to myself, and this guy's like, by the way.
Which was fine. I was like, honestly, power to him.
It's cool.
But we just felt so, like, truly like a fish out of water. We were like, wow, we really dove into the deep end with this one. And so that was an experience. We got a couple dishes, which I showed you. And they were all really, really good. The sashimi was probably the highlight for me. It was delicious and, like, almost creamy. Like, it was just like a buttery fish. It was so good.
It was really good.
And
especially with that soy sauce too. Whatever soy sauce they use there is very different from whatever we have.
It's almost lighter. Like, it's not as crunchy.
I don't know. Just the flavor too is slightly different. I'll need to try having soy sauce in other places to see if that's either a Japan thing or if that was just that place thing. But it was very good and went with the fishing very well.
So we got those items. We didn't get very much because we were just overwhelmed and scared. And so we left that restaurant and I was like, okay, we need to walk around the streets a little bit. We just need to. And so we walked a little bit. I
had someone who wished me to have a good time in Japan. I thought that was very nice.
That was really nice.
Something that I already knew about, but it's still just crazy to see in person is like how many people there are in business suits.
Yes.
Like, so many people are finishing up their long-winded work day and all they want to do is go to one of these restaurants on the street and just hang out and just take it easy and let loose. And I think it's so interesting. Like, it's so cool that they all get together like that, but man, like, we saw so many people in suits today in general, just like dudes falling asleep on trains and stuff, because clearly you can tell work kicked the crap out of them, and it's like, man, like the work culture here really is that intense, and just to see it for yourself is kind of wild.
Also, there's a lot of restaurants, and something that Robert was saying before we actually went out on the street, he was like, wow, there's so many restaurants, how do they all stay in business? Well, when we actually finally got onto the street, it was clear because there may be a lot of restaurants, but they're also really small.
Yeah.
So it's like they have a pretty quick turnaround time. Like they don't really do like the whole like slack around kind of a thing. Like they have a pretty quick turnaround. You eat, you leave. But they're really, really small, like seriously hole in the walls everywhere. So that's how there's so many restaurants. Those
places would range from like 10 tables to like 10 seats.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It was very small situation.
So then we went to another restaurant and there we ordered fried rice and ramen. But I didn't realize that this was actually a Chinese restaurant. And so we sit down and I'm like, oh, look at this, we found a restaurant with like English on the menu, like yay. And then I sit down and then Robert's like, this is a Chinese restaurant. And I just felt so silly. I'm just like, leave it to me to find a Chinese restaurant in Japan.
Didn't think I'd be getting Chinese food in Japan, but here we are.
This is a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, it is. I saw it outside the door, so
it was really good. It was really, like the ramen was so good. And
the fried rice was fantastic.
And there they actually didn't take Visa. So.
And they served up so much food. Like for under 20 bucks, we feasted.
Yeah, it was really, really good portion. And that they did not take Visa, so we had to use yen. So our yen is coming in handy. But then we went to 7-Eleven, we got a water, which is right next to our hotel, and now we are back in for the night. I'm probably gonna shower pretty soon, wind down, get comfy, and just maybe make a little reel of our Tokyo Disney Sea Day. And I think Robert's gonna make our itinerary for tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to the only thing I know for sure that we're doing tomorrow is we're going to the Kirby Cafe, and Robert's so excited. That is something that he literally had to make reservations for like over a month ago. Yeah. Now, like literally, I think it was what, March 1st that he had to do it.
It was like March
10th. It was March 10th. It was March 10th. He had to wake up like 4 in the morning to make these reservations, and we got them. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Super excited. We actually can't use our JR Rail Pass for that one because a JR Rail train does not go to that city. So that's a little interesting, but for the most part we'll be able to use our JR Rail Pass pretty much anywhere else. But yeah, that was our night. It was interesting, it was fun, it's still surreal, but it's also very much like, it's such an experience. Like I don't even know how to describe it.
Like yeah, you just feel like you're in another like world. It's so cool. And it's so funny because also like when we were sitting there in that first restaurant with the fully Japanese menu, I looked at Adriana and I'm like, you know, when we originally had the plan for Paris, that probably would have been a better start for us, because at least we would have recognized the characters. But this, you know, like that, like European countries, I feel like are babies first, out of the countries to visit, and we were like, no, let's go to Japan.
Yeah.
But
I didn't realize.
It's been so cool.
It's been so cool, but I did not realize how difficult it would be not being able to even use like context clues or like have an alphabet that you're familiar with. Like that's just something it never occurred to me. I knew I wouldn't know the language, but I don't know. It's been really cool though. It's been quite the experience, and it'll be more comfortable as we move forward, but right now we're still just like so in awe of everything, and like feel like honestly sometimes it feels fake. Like I feel like I'm watching like a TV show. Yeah. But yeah, it's been really cool, and I'm gonna leave it at that for the night because I feel like it's already been 11 minutes of us talking. So thank you guys for watching. This has been fun, and if you want to see more Tokyo adventures and Kirby Cafe and whatever else we end up doing tomorrow, go ahead and tune into the next vlog. But we will see you then.